question, why did you become a teacher?
Why did I become a teacher? Just couldn't find anything better to do. I became a teacher kind of by accident. I was working with younger kids at a summer camp, and I realized I was kind of good at it, and I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of patience, and it was fun, but I never really seriously considered it to be a career. I thought I would be a writer, and for a while I wanted to be a journalist and then an editor, and I was those things in my high school, but as I got to college I realized I didn't actually like it like that anymore. So I was an English major the entire time, shocking, and then it kind of just came together that I was spending most of my mornings in English classes, reading, writing, debating, and arguing, and most of my afternoon helping kids at after-school programs. And in hindsight, I should have seen this a long time ago, but I didn't. And I taught preschool, second grade, and kindergarten for a while. I really wanted to use my major, so I thought I would give middle school and high school a chance. I went to grad school for it, and that was that.
Did you ever go into journalism as a major?
No, I was about to. I went in as an English major. I thought about switching to journalism, and I tried out for the school newspaper, and I didn't actually. I don't even know if I made it or not. I actually just took my name out. I was like, this is not what I thought it was. I don't want to do this. So no, fortunately, I didn't have to learn the hard way. I saw early that it's not what I wanted.
Okay, how was your first year at Origins, since it was just like the beginning and it was only the second year?
My first year was in this classroom. That's why it looks so good. And honestly, I worked really hard to make sure that nobody knew that it was my first year, because at that time we only had a 9th grade and a 10th grade. And so I tried really hard to act like I had already been here, and I knew Mr. Janish anyway. So I had already had all of his lessons. I knew what kinds of things to talk about. So I never told the 9th graders that it was my first year, and they didn't figure it out. But that was my 4th year teaching. So by that time, I did know a little bit about like how to get everyone's attention, not to talk for 55 minutes, and how to help kids when maybe they struggle with school or with social emotional stuff as well. So.
You knew Mr. Janish before this?
I did.
What is one piece of advice that you would give to us?
If you're having a bad day, what you really need to do is just get through it and get to the next one. I think so often adults have a hard time doing this, but I think that it's twice as hard as a teenager. There are days where things may not be going your way. Maybe you didn't make choices that were great, but also sometimes stuff just happens. Or someone that you have to work with closely is in a bad mood, or you weren't prepared for something, or maybe you just woke up late. There are going to be days that aren't your best, and your goal with those days is just to do the best that you can and get through them. Because generally, your work, the type of person that you are, and the successes that you will have are based on what you do repeatedly and not on what you do once. So you can have a terrible day, and that's fine. But what you need to do is say, like, most of the time, I'm ready. Most of the time, I'm here. Most of the time, I'm a great person to hang out with. And you let those bad days go by. If you can get out of that rut, or at least just get through it, you will generally be.
Thank you. And what would you like the students to know about you? One thing that you think that they don't know and you want them to know to get to know you better?
Your teachers are really pushing you, and you're thinking like, this is too much, or like you're asking a lot, or all of those things. They should just know that it would be easier if we did nothing and just said, yeah, this is great, thanks, awesome, bye. That is so much easier than actually saying, this isn't good enough, and I think you could do better. So when anybody in your life, but certainly adults, are pushing you a little bit, it's because they actually see that you could do better than what you think that you can. Because it's easier to just not care and say, here's your video, y'all be quiet.
Thank you, and that's it. Only these questions.
All right, Origins, you know what it is. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here, gang gang squad. Let us know in the comments what other stupid things you want me to talk about.